Hey guys, I'm going to be talking about grip strength this month in our October newsletter, and your coaches are going to be incorporating it into each of our classes. But I'm also going to be giving you some tips and tricks on how you can be implementing this at home as well. So grip strength is super important to us, your coaches, and even it should be important to you because it's actually an indicator of longevity. So if you don't have a good grip strength, it's probably because you don't have good muscle strength. So another thing that we constantly see at the gym is one side is weaker or stronger than the other. And so that's an indicator of, okay, we need to be working on things to help you with that weaker side. And a lot of times people go, oh, well, this is my stronger side, so I can work heavier. And that's actually not what you want to do. You want to be able to have equal strength. So we want to be training with equal weights. Even if our weaker side can't lift the heavy amounts, we still want to be balanced out. We don't want to just build that stronger side up even more. So I'm going to give you some things that you can do at home. They might be things that you already have, but they might be things that you might want to ask your coaches about. How can I modify this? So one of the biggest things about grip strength, there's actually 5 components. One is crushing. So being able to grab something. I actually got one of these brain things several years ago. Michael J. Fox Foundation sent them to the gym. So some of you have been in our program. You may have one of these little brain things, but a stress ball. So we want to squeeze it as tight as we can, working on that crushing motion. So that's a really good indicator is if I can't crush it, then I might need to be working on grip strength. Next component is pinching. Can I pinch something up? Do I have that strength in my thumb to pinch? So pressing and squeezing those fingers together. Actually, sitting here with my broom, I promise it's going to make sense in a little bit. Pushing in together, squeezing those prayer hands together. Things like that are going to help all kinds of components of grip strength. We're going to support. So carrying our groceries in. How much can you carry? Can you only carry 1 bag at a time? Can you, grab 4 or 5 at a time? So at the gym, we would be doing that with kettlebells. If you grab just one side, you're going to throw in some core stability as well. That's going to help with balance. So grip strength for support. Another thing, like if you have access at a neighborhood park, grabbing on for like a pull-up bar, can you hold your own body strength? Can you hold it for a minute? Huge things to do. But farmer's carries and then grabbing on and pulling yourself up, not even, doing a pull-up, just hanging on. So next would be extension. So that's going to be stretching out those hands. One of my favorite ways to do this is getting the rubber bands from, your broccoli or your asparagus, trying to open up those fingers. You can do both at the same time. Smaller rubber bands are going to work too, but these thicker ones, they're going to be a lot harder. So you're going to have to work a lot harder to open wide. And then lastly is wrist work. And that's where my broom is going to come in. So grabbing onto that broom and rolling it. Another thing you can do is trying to grab that broom like in the middle and going back and forth, back and forth. The farther you grab down one end, the heavier it's going to be. So that's how you can make it a little bit harder if grabbing it in the center is too easy. But several other things that you can do is grabbing you some dumbbells, grabbing them by the end. So we're having to grab a hold of a pickle jar. That's going to help with that grip strength. Just stand here for 30 seconds. Go heavier. Don't grab so big that your hand can't grip it because we don't want to hurt ourselves, but just hanging tight to those weights. Another one is just sitting here, resting them on our forearms to build that grip strength because it's part of the chain. We got to work, strengthen all the way from our shoulder down into our wrist, into our hands to get that grip strength built up. You're going to see lots of tips and tricks this month from your coaches on how to work that grip strength. One way you can test your grip strength at home is to get on your scales. Grab a hold of that scale and see how heavy your squeeze, your grip is. And at the end of the month, try it again. Lots of ways to incorporate grip strength into your daily routine. I hope you'll take me up on the challenge, and hopefully you will be noticing you've got better grip. You'll be able to open that jar of jelly, open that jar of pickles. Have a great week. Have a great month. We'll see you again soon.